G'day there mates, my name is Mr. Magilla-Cutti, welcome back once again to my channel. Today we will be resuming the story of Marvel's Midnight Suns. So in the last episode, we pretty much saw the Hunter in action. What else was there? Oh yeah, we were attacked by a demonized Venom. So yeah, there's that. And I'm starting to think we're seeing a bit of the Hunter's dark side here. So we got that going on. But at least the
Greedy, nagging old lady, but I told you not to push too hard.
I know. Alright, so Tony wants to speak with us. And we got Blade and Strange out this way.
That was a complete fiasco.
And it would have been far worse had Spider-Man not arrived when he did.
No kidding. Caretaker would have been pissed if Venom had actually eaten a hunter.
Yes, one disaster averted. But we still need to figure out how to get Wanda and the Sanctum back.
Yeah.
Not the outcome I envisioned for our first mission together, but you know what they say. Any mystical battle you can teleport away from.
Not. You did okay out there, considering you were technically dead 72 hours ago.
Thanks.
An impressive first outing, just as I had expected. You're going to do great things, Hunter.
Thanks, Strange.
Hunter, you look scathed.
And nice to see you out of your suit too.
Hey, for what it's worth, I think you did okay out there. You got some decent hang time, even given you were wearing, what, 70, 80 pounds of chainmail? On the Stark scale of reckless yet daring heroics, I give it a solid 6 out of 10. Don't worry, you'll get there, with a little help.
And where exactly am I going?
Oh, that's the real question, isn't it? Sky's the limit for you, my friend. Unless you'd be up for wearing a space helmet. You do breathe air, don't you? You know what? It doesn't matter. I couldn't help but overhear Auntie Caretaker over there telling you to get some rest. That sounds like a good idea to me. I suppose I could keep you company on the way, seeing as our rooms are in the same direction and all. Besides, no one should be forced to walk the hallways around here alone.
Someone's scared.
So, here we are. The old room, huh? It's not bad. Functional. Solid construction. Almost cozy. Love the antique furnishings from the early Mephisto collection. Full transparency, Hunter, there's another reason I asked to join you here, other than my abject terror of this entire facility. Stopped here before, while you were out. Wanted to surprise you with a nice little housewarming present. Was all set to write you a lovely welcome note, but I'm fairly certain that wasn't red ink in your quill.
But I do not have a quill.
Even better.
Relax, Tony. I simply jest. It is an ink derived of the spider lily flower. Red spider lily flowers.
Of course it was. Obviously.
With just a touch of amphibian blood for power.
Haha! Another zinger. And we'll just leave it at that. Well, I suppose I should leave before whatever monstrosity that is most definitely hiding under your bed jumps out, rips my face off, and then proceeds to feast on my soul. I'll leave you to it.
May your sleep be filled with pleasant dreams, Tony.
Right back at you. Oh, and if you hear the shrieking of a grown man, please ignore it. It's just me, walking to my room.
Cool, Tony. Oh, and looks like I mentioned this. Oh, and he left us a present. Oh, nice. We got a pet bed, an old storage trunk, and I'm not sure what these are. These, and I want to know what that is. Okay, what have you got, Tony?
Hi, I'm Tony Stark. But if you're hearing this message, you already know that. When I'm not saving the world, I solve the world's problems with technological means, like the one you're holding. I call it the Spark, a secure information and communication device built only for superheroes. It does all the usual. private messages, pictures, and calls for some reason. But it also comes with access to Superlink, a private social network exclusively for your cape-wearing, world-saving compatriots. You might ask, Tony, aren't you just repurposing a failed product from your communications division? If you do, I'll revoke access and let everyone else know you're a jerk. I call it the Wonder Man rule.
Uh-huh. Cyberlink. Cyberlink is your connection to the rest of your team. Social networks is superheroes. Check social link frequently for updates from other heroes in the Abbey. Okay. First perk from over a week ago. What do you mean? We had the Cyberlink for months now. We use it for every day. I meant first post that the Hunter sees. Robbie, you can't keep doing this when someone new joins Cyberlink. Yes, I can. Me, we will throw your spark in the lagoon. Who will do that? Right, Blade? Right, Blade? Fine, last time. Such a meaner. First we make Londa leave, now we left her to die. Some heroes. I assure you that's not the case. She was sent to you for protection. I see how that works, Supreme Sorcerer. We both know it was more complicated than that, Miss Rasputin. I took Wanda as my apprentice for a reason. Have faith she can handle herself. Strange did everything he could to get to Wanda. So did I, and the Hunter. Take a breath, Ilya. We will get it back soon enough. Wanda should be here with us. Of that, I am in agreement. Okay. Can't take it out there. Blade out there. Okay, so the Forge. Forge is the location of both Doctor Strange's mystical library and Tony Stark's technological lab where they're in residence. Where they are in residence at the Abbey. Right. Okay.
We were all so happy then.
Agatha with Sarah and Sarah with Hound. 70-10. Woo. Ansel wanted me to practice my letters. And so here I am. But every time I did this pen in ink, I just want more and more to go out beyond the yard into my secret spot. I left my dolls scattered about before the storm. I'm afraid they are hurt. Dolls hold grudges. Agatha said they don't, but I still feel sad for them.
My old journal. Maybe it is time I start writing in it again.
Complete item collections to gain special rewards. Okay.
There was never enough room for my armor in this thing.
Okay, Abbey outfits. Gloss earned from missions can be spent to unlock new cosmetic options for the hunter and heroes, including outfits to wear around the Abbey. Purchase a new outfit for all the hunters now. So pretty much just the castle, and why do we have to keep wearing that? Maybe it's for I'm good? I don't know. I think I'll go with this one here. I'm kind of going out, so I just rather get some sleep then.
Charlie! I know. I missed you too.
Let her enjoy the moment. She's been visiting your door every morning for the past 300 years.
Oh, it must have been so hard on her.
Not just her. I suppose that's why I might have been a little curt before.
A little?
You already made the ultimate sacrifice once. Maybe I'm in no rush to see you do it again.
We do not choose our destiny.
But we can choose to duck.
First lesson you ever taught me.
And still the most important. Especially now that you have all these eyes on you.
I have noticed.
To these people, you are a being of myth and legend. A grand hero of old. And they're right. You are a hero. But I also know the battle that rages within your soul. It's not enough that you are a hero. You need to decide what type of hero you will be. I am sure there will be plenty of opportunity for that in the days to come. For now, I would head to the forge. Our new guests are eager to show you something. This was a lot easier when it was just you and I beheading the Dark Legion as we traipsed through the woods.
Don't forget about Agatha.
I never could.
Well, what happened to this Agatha? So we got a demon hound here.
Charlie was restless all night. I should have known something was wrong. We'll talk more later, but for now, Stark has requested your presence in the forge. I think he has another present for you.
Okay.
Feeling good today, girl?
So we got ourselves a pet hell-hound. And not that's a bad thing, mind you. Yes, I'm pretty sure we miss you too. Okay, so... Okay, swooping in at the last second to save the day, leading away the carnivorous sludge monster to keep New York City safe. Just gonna say it, he is astounding Spider-Man. He had too many words. Don't let those words roll the red and blue pajamas fool you. Spider-Man is no joke. Wow, looks like someone made a friend. More like an enemy of an enemy. Starting to think we could use more of those. There's the Yo Avengers, tolerate your spooky strings teammate attitude I was looking for. Okay, so we've got the Daily Bugle. Great. Listen more legit, JJJ, J. Jonah Jameson, that's him. Okay. Okay, so this Spider-Man and his amazing friends unleash monster upon the city. Gary Speaker's street manor sealed off by authorities. When will Spider-Man and his pet Ink Monster stop their trail of destruction through Greenwich Village? And let's not forget about disgraced servant Stephen Strange. Is he in cahoots with the web slinger wrongdoer? Sorry. Did he hope to turn his row house into a no house? Garish, by the ancient one, who runs this paper? Mephisto? Figures. I'm not even mentioning the article. Have we heard from our pajama-clad friend? Still nothing, but based on the police band radio chatter we intercepted, I say they're closing in on Little Italy. That they are stopping full slot. Everyone knows it's all about the... don't even know what that is. Gin and clam sauce there. At least you didn't say Gabagool. Indeed. I met a Gabagool once. We definitely do not want to invoke one of those right now. So, Spider-Man, not that easy. These boys move too damn fast. Keep at it. Even in New York City, those two stand out. Not long now. Sorry if I'm just slowing us down with this stuff, guys. Though.
I know the Sanctum is airborne and covered in slime.
I don't get it. Strange couldn't just magic his way in?
Something about the whole alien thing threw off his mojo.
That explains so much. No wonder he gets so strange around me. See what I did there?
I'm a vampire. I see everything.
This is gonna be a fun apocalypse. Let's talk later, Hunter. Tony will start pouting if you keep him waiting too long.
Oh, check out Blade making nice with the big guns.
I thought Caretaker told him no more guns in the house.
Captain Marvel is an exception.
So, he's supposed to be playing nice, right?
Right, and now Stark is hard at work in the Forge coming up with something for the Hunter?
The Hunter needs it after that last beating.
Man, can't wait till it's my turn for an upgrade.
Prepare for a long wait.
For all of us. Or hasn't it sunk into that flaming skull of yours yet?
Hey, don't take it so personally. It's not like they forgot about us.
We'll see.
I'm pretty sure I haven't.
Now? Think you can tell your friend inside there to turn it up a few hundred Kelvin?
I could. However, it might shatter the containment spell preventing him from incinerating this facility.
I think we're good. And just in time.
The Forge has certainly changed.
Right. Caretaker said this all happened after your siesta. What spooky castle would be complete without its own Babylonian demon-powered furnace?
Sumerian fire demon. His name is Babs.
Oh, now it all makes sense. Well, once you get past the esoteric terror of the situation, I've found this thing actually has some uses. Molecular bonding, breaking down evil gamma serums, fashion accessorizing.
Yes, speaking of...
Oh, right. It's ready.
Ooh!
Your armor seemed to offer minimal protection against the Venom creature.
I noticed.
Yeah, I thought you could use an upgrade.
Well hammered, well fired. Caretaker did not mention that you two were such skilled smithies.
Yep. I am Iron Smithy.
Perhaps you should just try it on.
Might be a good idea.
Still think it could have used a cloak.
Yeah. No thanks. That music really gets loud.
Stylish, damn near indestructible, and we even got the size right. Not bad for our first collaboration.
I still think it could have benefited from a cloak.
You think everything could benefit from a cloak?
I do not.
Oh, I've heard the things you whisper to your cape when you think no one's listening.
Ah, the joys of sharing a workspace. And I'll have you know this cloak has helped me save the universe from extinction on countless occasions.
Could you at least tell it to stop rearranging things on my side of the cave?
I have, but it considers you something of a slob.
You know, I have a great psychiatrist in the city. Maybe you should talk to him. Although, I think he's working for Hydra right now.
Nice.
Interesting.
Of Agamotto. Stranger's Orb of Agamotto. One of few artifacts recovered from the Sanctorium. Powerful energy emanates from the inside as the orb seems to rotate indefinitely.
Intriguing.
And Stranger's Cape. The Stranger's Capes, suspended in an ornate glass case. The cape floats in the air, rippling slightly through the air. Still, I think I misread that.
Curious.
Cluttered table. A desk cluttered with books, some of them older than you, and you're quite old. You're not long there. Hey, what's this? A tarot card. The Moon. Moon Knight hides his true identity behind his cloak and shadow. This card represents deception, but also creativity and the unconscious. Yeah. What else the yellow cards represent? Another card. The star. Nova rises up into the night sky, surrounded by stars that represent the support of his kingdom. This card symbolizes serenity and hope for the future.
Fascinating.
One of Tony's main Iron Man suits, polished to a high class. Though it is powered on, the eyes seem to follow you. Ugh. Not creepy. Tony.
I hate to admit it, but somehow this ancient forge puts any arc reactor I've got to shame. Who would have thought mystically bound demon power would be so damn energy efficient? Or carbon neutral? Certainly got that new suit of yours done a lot faster than I expected. Speaking of, what's the verdict, boss?
Tell me about this demon. Why is it there?
Well, you would probably know more about that than me. I'm still working on a way to keep track of everything that goes bump in the night around here. Whatever they've got trapped down there, it's hotter than hell by a few thousand Kelvin, very pissed off, and really good at weaving synthetic microblends. But tools are just one part of the equation. You gotta know how to use them too. You were out, what, 300 years before we woke you from your eternal rest? I'm betting you have questions, so ask away, Hunter.
I take it this new version is a technological marvel?
Impact-resistant carbon composites, some patent-pending alloy mesh, and a few touches from Dr. Spooky over there. And hey, the built-in communicator means we can talk to each other without sending a raven.
I may be a few hundred years behind, but I know that tone.
Oh, you are a sharp one. But no, I'm insulting the situation.
Okay, he doesn't even like magic. No, he's not wrong.
Is all this magic a threat to your new technology?
It might surprise some people to hear this, but I do like some things with rules. Isotope decay, magnetic fields, and gamma oscillation make a lot more sense to me than Eye of Newt, bat wings, and a sprinkle of sunshine. At least they did before everything changed.
I cannot help but feel partially responsible.
Well, I wouldn't take it personally. We were detecting changes in both magic and science months before you woke up. But yeah, things have definitely hit high gear since then.
Seen anything strange around here?
What, other than my roommate? Boom! Roasted! But on a more serious note, this place is legitimately haunted. Mirrors look back at you. My room rearranges itself. And worst of all, magic cats.
Was it suspiciously elusive, even for a cat?
Actually, yes. Thought I was going crazy there for a second, but clearly I'm still firing on all cylinders. It just poofed in next to me out in the yard. Small, black, furry. Cute little thing. Probably some kind of shape-shifting monster knowing this place.
What sort of things are you doing in here?
Oh, that's right. You were out a while. Basically, we've got a gigantic demon inside the magic box here that provides near limitless power for whatever we might need. Sounds insane, but sometimes it's easier to just go with it.
You're not wrong there.
Does Caretaker approve of all this?
As long as we follow all the rules and use the correct and complete incantations, I'm told everything will be fine and the demon won't break free and eat us all. Just don't get it wet. Or feed it after midnight.
There's a Gremlins reference.
You must have an interesting origin story of your own.
Well, just your typical American boy. Pops was a founding member of the military-industrial complex. Mom, a famous socialite. Tragedy struck when I lost them both in a car crash, which turned out to be a hit from a rival corporation. I spent my early teens at MIT, trying to clear my head. and was all set to follow in Dad's footsteps as a war profiteer. Then one day, fortune shined on me, in the form of some errant shrapnel that lodged itself just above my heart.
There we go.
So I did what anybody in that situation would do. I built a super suit and started fighting crime.
Okay, so it looks like the origin story is still a bit the same. I suggest that I know with some of these comics and remakes of things, they tend to change the origin stories a bit here and there. But at least they kept the bit with the shrapnel for Tony here the same, because it just makes it easier for me.
I guess we have all had difficult childhoods here.
Yeah, no kidding. I can't tell you how hard it was to memorize all that at Skrull Sleeper Camp. Just kidding. Or am I?
Alright, that's all for now, Tony.
Thanks for catching me up on things.
Anytime. Oh, and speaking of things, remember that creepy gamma goop you found from that hopped-up Hydra soldier? Well, I gave it a peek, and it explains a lot. If you have a minute, meet me at the anvil over there, and I'll walk you through it. I promise it'll be worth your time.
Okay.
Ah, Hunter. Word?
Sure.
Hunter, your new attire suits you quite well. But how are you holding up on the inside? I know it's easy to look upon me and simply see the universe's utmost authority on all things mystical and macabre, Hunter. However, in addition to being Earth's Sorcerer Supreme, I am also your doctor.
You mean a physician of the medical arts? You jest.
I assure you, Hunter, I do not jest. They don't call me Mr. Strange, now do they? Except for Tony. Your awakening ritual was admittedly a touch more chaotic than I had originally intended, and, well, after your violent encounter with Venom, my oath to Hippocrates compels me to check in with you. Simply put, how do you feel?
You lost much yesterday, Doctor. I am the one who should be asking you how you are feeling.
I appreciate that, Hunter. I admit I did not expect the child of Lilith to have the capacity for such empathy. And you're right, of course. I, for one, do not know if I will ever feel 100% again after the events of yesterday. I still can't believe what transpired. The Sanctum, all that knowledge, Wanda, lost. Swallowed whole by the black mouth of that foul Venom creature. With all my resources, all my gifts, I should have seen this outcome spelled out in the sacred geometry of this universe years ago. But I miscalculated.
Lilith's power has placed a dark shroud over us all, Doctor. You are not alone in this.
Your words are appreciated. Still, I must not allow the underlying truth of the situation to become shrouded as well. It's not just the Sanctum Sanctorum that was lost yesterday. It was my protege, Wanda. She is my charge, my responsibility, and I failed her. But I am determined not to let that happen with you, Hunter, which is why I am here to answer any questions you may have. Perhaps my wisdom may benefit you more than it has me thus far.
That creature on the roof. You have run into it before.
Unfortunately, yes. In the simplest of terms, Venom is an alien species living in symbiosis with a human known as Eddie Brock. He's something of a fixture in New York these days, but typically his hijinks are confined to harassing Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like Spider-Man is Venom's nemesis. Maybe he has some insight.
Of course. I have no doubt Spider-Man will prove to be an invaluable asset in the ongoing fight against both Venom and Lilith.
Yeah. But actually, there's DLC now where we apparently can get Venom on our team. I will be getting that, but I don't want to just be blowing money left, right, and center right away, so...
tell me about your Sanctum's wards of protection. I have never heard of a protection spell that powerful.
In your time, I'm sure you encountered a variety of minor wards and protective spells. The Sanctum Sanctorum was shielded by one such incantation, but greatly amplified by the convergence of ley lines.
Will the wards ever provide the same protection that they had?
It may be possible to undo the damage, but now that a weakness has been exposed, I'll have to rethink my approach entirely. Tony did offer a military-grade laser protection grid, should I be so inclined to go that route.
Yeah, no.
How did Wanda come into your care?
Wanda's story is quite tragic, and perhaps not mine to tell. There was an accident on the Abbey grounds not long ago, involving Agatha.
And you have been keeping an eye on her?
You make it sound like I've been guarding her. My role here is merely one of friendship for as long as she needs it. One thing is certain, she refuses to step foot on the Abbey grounds for any reason.
Yeah, I wonder why that is.
Let us talk later.
Visit whenever you like. It's not often I get to converse with a true legend.
And going by the time, yeah, say that we only gonna have enough for just pretty much the channel with everyone. Apologies for that, people. That can't be helped. Not sure why it's lining up like that, but...
Now, I doubt advanced gamma thermodynamics was a hot topic at Yield Demon Hunting School, so I'm just gonna give you the condensed version.
I appreciate that.
Closest I've ever seen to this substance is pumping through Bruce's veins. Part gamma accelerant, part unknown element. Calling it coil for now, given its unique atomic structure. Man, I love acronyms. This stuff is more volatile than Nick Fury on a Monday morning. But Hydra doesn't seem to mind.
They're using it to get stronger.
Exactly. A few drops would make your average salamander look like Fin Fang Foom. Thankfully, with a little help from Dr. Spooky and our haunted oven over here, I think two can play at this game.
You are not suggesting we start injecting ourselves with it?
No, nothing like that. Though I can see some future applications for my energy drink line. I was thinking we apply this stuff towards upgrading our equipment.
I like where this is going.
Just give me a little time here and I can whip up some pretty fun toys. How about we give Hydra a taste of their own gamma-powered medicine for a change?
Sounds like fun, but yeah, as long...
Let's get to work.
Analyzing gamma coils. Tony Stark can use core material recovered in battle to create hero abilities. That is one of the abilities on offer can be selected, so choose wisely.
How long did you say you were exposed to this thing? It's probably fine. Take a look. Take your pick, Hunter.
Okay, so we're gonna choose one. Well, not like that. Oh yeah, we can only select one. Let's go with the knockback here.
Hunter, when you have a minute, come meet me in the yard.
Hero abilities. You gain a copy of a currently equipped ability. Take it to the yard. Duplicate abilities can be combined into new, more powerful versions. Okay. And I guess Blade is going to talk to us about that. Hello? Skill lessons?
Welcome to the yard. At least that's what we're calling it these days. Caretaker put me in charge of your training. Too bad she didn't listen to me yesterday. Now that we know what we're up against, I think we can all use the practice. Any questions?
I did, but they are about you.
Right when it's time to train? From all Sarah told us about you, she never described you as lazy.
I learn faster if I understand the person who trains me.
I can respect that. Go ahead.
I think he likes that.
Can I ask about you?
I guess.
Is your name really Blade?
Is your name really the Hunter?
Yes.
Oh, really? Your mom, before she became the mother of demons, looked into your cradle and decided to name her firstborn child the Hunter.
That is how I understand it.
It takes all kinds.
So, is your name really Blade?
No.
What is it?
It's private.
Is it embarrassing?
No, the Hunter, but I only share it with friends.
You do not consider me a friend?
Not yet. Don't take it personally.
Okay, we can see the frame rate's down in the background, but...
How did you become a Dhampir?
You say that like I had a choice. I was born this way.
How is that possible?
A vampire bit my mother. Problem was, I was still in the womb. I'm lucky I was even born. Don't know if that's how it always is, but that's the way it went down for me.
How long have you been around?
I don't exactly know. I think of myself as mid-20s maybe. I lost a lot of time. Much of the last century was a blur. I have occasional memories, almost like coming up for air before being yanked back down into the depths.
What happened?
I killed a lot of vampires. I hadn't lost my mind exactly, but I got into a rhythm and never stopped. Never had a reason to stop. Not until I met Caretaker.
And then?
She gave me a reason to stop.
Fair enough.
What brought you to the Abbey?
Caretaker. About 10 years ago, she brought me back to the real world. Gave me a place to stay until I came back to myself.
Did she ever say why?
She said she thought I'd be able to kill more vampires if I was acting on more than just instinct. But I know it was more than that. She gave me safe haven here at the Abbey. Something I'd never known. Must have read half the books in the library by the time I headed out. So when she reached out and asked me to be part of this weird little club, of course I showed up.
Tell me about the Midnight Suns.
All right.
And why did you join? Vampire hunting is a solitary affair.
Guess I never found the right team.
Is that all?
No, but that's all I'll share for now. You really want to know? Put in the work. If I trust you, I'll have more to say.
Seems fair.
What can you tell me about the others?
Nothing. Ask them yourself.
I'm not asking you to break anyone's confidence.
Fine. Which one?
Alright.
Tell me about Nico.
She's the youngest, but she acts like she's in charge.
Why let her act like that?
She's usually right, and she keeps us on track. I didn't think we'd get along, but we wouldn't be the Midnight Suns without her.
What makes you say that?
She has a lot of heart, and that's why we let her. Anybody else?
Robbie.
What about Robbie?
He's exactly what he seems. Well, sorta. He's open with people, easygoing. Sometimes that comes across as dopey, but don't get the wrong impression. He's quick to make friends, and once he does, he's your friend for life. So don't let him down, or I'll hold it against you. Anybody else?
What do you know about magic?
Keeps to herself.
That is it?
She's a private person. Until she lets you in, that's all you need to know.
When does she let people in?
At her own pace. Respect that, and it'll happen faster than you think. Anybody else?
Just caretaker.
Tell me what you think of Sarah.
Well, there are few people I tolerate, even less who I like. Sarah, I respect. She sees the big picture, and we're a part of it. I'd follow her to hell if I had to. And from what I understand, we may have to.
You're not wrong
I'm
there.
surprised she commands such respect.
I'm surprised that you're surprised. You know what she's like more than any of us.
I do.
Anyone else?
Yeah, but see, we for that long, can't do things to the memory.
Nobody else.
Sure.
Do you have any thoughts on the team as a whole?
I think we're the only ones aware of the danger Lilith poses to this world. And I think we're pretty green. But enough training will get us through it. Speaking of training, we doing this, or are we gonna keep wasting daylight?
We're doing this. We're doing this.
I am ready to train.
Finally.
Yeah, I don't think Blade was ever much of a talker. Okay. So we're gonna go with Vault training for now.
Back again.
If a hero possesses two
Don't stress it
copies
too much. There's no wrong answers here.
of an ability, they can be combined to create a new, more powerful version. No. Alright, so we'll go with me. And, we'll go with this one here. So, Force Knockback. And, looks like we're actually going to need those essences to do this stuff anyway, so... This changes it from a regular knockback to a Force Knockback. And I think that actually came in handy when we used it on Venom.
Alright then.
Captain Marvel.
Like the way you move out there, Hunter. Guess Dr. Strange picked the right supernatural demon hunter to resurrect. I'm Carol Danvers. You can call me Captain Marvel. Kidding. Carol's fine. Just thought I'd throw a bone to the Avengers PR team. Not gonna lie, going a few rounds in Vampire Guy's Magic Thunderdome sounds like fun, but we've got bigger fish to fry. Well, not so much fish as that ginormous invulnerable sewer monster that swallowed the Sanctum.
Every lock has its key.
True, if only a man-eating alien demon monster hadn't eaten ours. But that got me thinking. Strange, Caretaker, and the rest of the funky bunch can try and magic their way through that shield all they want. If my time as a pilot taught me one thing, it's that sometimes you've gotta find a workaround. As in Hydra, they've gotta know the way inside. Steve's always said they aren't much for talking. But then again, I'm told I can be rather persuasive when I need to be.
Well, if there is any time to put your powers of persuasion to work, now is the time, Captain.
Trust me, Hunter, I'm looking forward to it. Hydra's been a thorn in me and Steve's asses for years. Can't wait to remove them for good. Find me in the war room when you're finished here. There's a few things we should discuss. Oh, and Hunter? Welcome back from the dead.
Thanks. Okay, so that's gonna do it for today's episode. I know we didn't really do much in terms of combat, but I think learning more about what we can do around the Abbey here is actually a good start of doing things. I'm gonna go keep looking around probably, but you know what, I probably shouldn't, but because I don't want to miss anything in case something new turns. Well, the poolside area. Nice. Bringing things into the modern world, so why not? Alright, so that's gonna do it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, please remember to hit that like button. Also, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Show support for the channel. I would very much appreciate that. And with that being said, I'm going to head off. Got a lot of editing to do. So thank you all again, and I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care of yourselves and drive safely out there, people. Keep looking. Bye-bye. Take care. Have a good time.
What is this?
Son of this land. Willa Walker. Hmm.
That is something.
Jeremiah Kane, Breaker of Chains.
Ah, I see.
Indra Moore, Pathfinder Al-Hard.
Ah, I see.
Yelena Nikolova. Believe the best and made it so. I think these were probably previous members of the Sun. Oh, I think I hold it to hell, that's not enough. I'm just... Masterworks. You have collected a masterwork. In addition to the paintings already hanging in the on the Abbey's wall, masterworks can be found scattered around the Abbey's grounds. Masterworks can be hung in any empty frames in front of the Abbey. Alright then, I'm gonna stop here. Video again? Take it. Okay? Bye. Ugh.